what's up, you guys? Malik Taylor, but unpopular, all that good stuff. Listen, it is 1:35 a.m. in the morning, and I cannot sleep. Why can't I sleep? I'm gonna tell you. For one, I took a melatonin a couple hours ago that's taking an oddly amount of time to kick in. Don't know what that's about. Two, I kind of have to stay up because I did an impromptu Uber Eats order. I don't even know why I ordered. I'm not hungry. All I know is Jimmy is finna be here in 20 minutes. So, two, my house looks a mess. I am moving. So if you ever been a mover, you know that moving is a stressful process. And three, the main reason why I cannot sleep is because, y'all, we got a free Wendy Williams.
Right, I feel.
Yeah.
My life is like up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Y'all, we got to free Wendy Williams. Now, it's no secret, okay? If you know me, you know I love Wendy Williams. I have always been a fan of Wendy Williams, you know, ever since I was a child. And my messier mother, you know, if you think I'm messy, you should see my mom. And my messier mother introduced me to Hot Topics. I never forget it. I was coming home, got off the school bus. I said, hey, Mom, what are you watching? She said, I'm watching the Hot Topics.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
And I was just such infatuated with this woman. I never forget, she was just talking about celebrities. She was talking about without a care in the world. And she was like asking the audience, clap if you agree.
Clap if you understand what I'm saying.
And Suzanne was there, and then it was Norman, and she was getting to the guests, and it was Ask Wendy. I was just so infatuated. It just got to the point where my mom, you know, she was checking out of the Wendy Williams show. She wasn't even tuning in no more. I was recording Wendy Williams. I would come home and I would want to watch Wendy Williams and I want to see the Hot Topics and I want to see what she's talking about. To know me is to know I've always been a big fan of Wendy Williams. I love Wendy Williams. And if you ever notice, I've always shaped my content after Wendy Williams. When people would ask me in high school, in college, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said I would either like to be A, pharmacist in the nursing world, and plot twist, cheat code, that didn't work out. Or B, I would love to be a content creator / journalism like Wendy Williams. And people will always give me the side eye because they'd be like, Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams? And I'm like, yes, Wendy Williams. And every time they would ask me why, I'd be like, you have to have that barrier, you have to have that balance of someone that's just gonna say it like you mean it. I've always appreciated the fact whether Wendy was right, wrong, or indifferent, she was gonna stand by her opinion. And that was Wendy Williams has always taught me. So I learned, I learned from Wendy, you know, you have your opinion and you always stand 10 toes down in your opinion. If you want to change your mind, you can change your mind. You can change your mind. And Wendy is who taught me how to just be somewhat messy and just have a good kiki. So, you know, when all this news about Wendy Williams hit the net, I have been sick. I've been sick to my stomach because that is not how Wendy Williams is supposed to go out. So if you don't know what's going on, Wendy Williams appeared on The Breakfast Club the other day with Charlamagne, which is a real closing turning point of the moment. You know, Wendy Williams used to mentor Charlamagne. They did have a bit of a falling out because of that Kevin. But anyways, Charlamagne and Wendy Williams, they have had a rocky relationship. So the fact that Wendy was coming on The Breakfast Club, I was like, oh my gosh, oh wow, like I'm gonna tune in. But Wendy is telling us she is stuck in this what is it, the conversion ship. Oh my gosh. The thing that Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes has been stuck in. She is stuck in one of these things. And our girl, Wendy Williams, is trapped in this nursing home around 80, 90-year-old people. And she's confined to a cell phone. And she can't, not even like an iPhone, just like a get it phone where she can only call people. People have to monitor who call her. And you can't even go up there and see her. And she doesn't even have a laptop. She doesn't have an iPad.
People want to know, how did you end up in this situation? How did she become your guardian?
Well, first of all, she's making money from me. You know what I'm saying? And she's supposed to be here to protect me. And you know, and this has been going on now for 3 years of my life. Is Alex, are you listening?
I'm here.
Okay, Alex, please talk, because Don Lemon doesn't understand what I've been going through for the last 3 years of my life.
So there are just certain details because of the legalities of it that she just can't get into.
Now, let me back it up. Okay, let me talk for real, me and you. Now, on paper, this saga with Wendy Williams dates back to the Where's the Wendy Williams documentary that premiered in February on Lifetime. But if you're a real Wendy watch, you know this dates back all the way back to the divorce from that Kevin. Once Wendy Williams got the divorce from Kevin Hunter after he stepped out and had that baby on her, it was a wrap. And it seems like that began the downfall, because although she left this toxic marriage and this toxic man, it seemed to be like he was the one that was kind of keeping the strings together. But you know, Wendy's whole thing was, if a baby gets in the picture, I'm out. It's a wrap. It's like a Thief in the Night. So once Kevin had that baby on her, it was a wrap. But it was kind of like Wendy goes at it alone. Kevin has always kind of been like the manager or the man behind the strings, keeping everything together. So as Wendy goes at it alone. And she was doing good for the most part, but the death of her mother, you know, that really took her to another different dimension in which, you know, I feel like a lot of people, if they lost their mom, they would be like heartbroken, especially if you have a close relationship with your mom, especially if your mom is like your best friend. And it seems like Wendy just started reverting back to old practice. Now, I'm not gonna say Wendy was using, because Wendy has had her battles with substance abuse. I don't think Wendy was using, I just think Wendy kind of like was coping with other mechanisms. If she wasn't doing she probably was drinking a lot, and it just got bigger than her. Under that, she became part of this oh my gosh, what's the word? The conversation. Me and Tammy had a conversation about Evelyn sleeping with your ex. That word. But it's always been weird from the jump. You know, it was a situation with Wells Fargo. That's who put her under this conversation, and they locked her account. Wendy now has $15 to her name. And it's like, well, how does the bank get in charge of being in charge of your financial city? And it's like the son is not in charge of her well-being, so they assigned her to some law-appointed person. But it's like, who is this person? They said the name. If I can find that clip of Charlamagne saying the name, I will put it in here.
Sabrina Morrissey, your guardian. We gotta say her name. We gotta put her name out there.
I say all that to say Wendy Williams needs to be freed of this type of thing that she is in. Now, do I believe Wendy Williams needs to come back full-fledged to the purple chair? No. You know, I do feel like she does need some time just to be with herself, her family, and around positive influences. But do I feel like her condition is being made worse than what it actually is? Absolutely. I've always got this eerie feeling when people would just like the news would come out about her mental health and how she's down bad and just out for the count.
I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
Because it didn't seem like Wendy was 100% out of it, especially when I saw that footage of her at her son's graduation.
What's that? Biggie, that's Biggie Small. All that and then some.
I Am She Nails was on site and she did Wendy nails and blessed them. She loved them. Wendy told me it's been a whole year since she had a new wig. She asked for a new one and Bali and Miami made one for her. She couldn't stop talking about how much she loved the wig and how it made her feel. When Kev walked across that stage, Wendy jumped up with anxiousness and excitement. Then a special moment brought Kev's aunt and mom to tears of joy. Wendy was in the mood for some Jamaican food, so to end the night off, we went to Dukanoo for Kev's graduation dinner. Here's the truth. We ate good, we danced, we smiled, she rapped songs word for word. I've had full-blown conversations with her, and this is how you can tell it's so important for her to be with her family. I wish we could see more moments like this with her and her family.
That's what I feel like is going on with Wendy Williams. I feel like the reason why she's kind of slurring a little bit more, because they're trying to make her take these pills and make her take these medicine that's not even like for her. You know, she does have the thyroid condition, but they won't even let her see her regular doctor for the thyroid condition. Like, come on now. And I feel like a lot of people, they have a bad stain for Wendy Williams, but you gotta be honest. Wendy Williams was actually the few people to tell it like it's meaning. Okay? And you wanna know how I know Wendy Williams left an impact? Because it's a lot of girls still on TV now to this day. I'm not gonna name no names, but it's a lot of people that's still on TV to this day. That's still doing hot topic-ish stuff, that's still doing daytime television, that's still, you know, reporting the news. But guess who people still look forward to give that real, raw opinion? Wendy Williams, okay? Because you gotta just have that balance of people that just say, you know what, I don't care if you're on my side, I don't care if you're for me or whatever, I'm going to state my opinion. And that's what Wendy Williams was. She may be talking about the long-suffering Jennifer Aniston, she may be talking about Beyonce, she may be talking about the Diddy case. Oh yes, Wendy been putting it out there about that Diddy stuff, and she talked about that on Charlamagne.
And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done. But
it didn't matter who Wendy Williams was talking about. All best is all. And that's what I liked about Wendy Williams. I love the fact she didn't doctor up her opinion, because we're kikiing. It's not mess and it's not bad. We're just having a kiki. And you take that raw, blunt figure out and TV is boring. Everybody wants to play it safe. Everybody wants to be the good man. Nobody wants to be the heel. Wendy Williams was the heel. Okay? She didn't care to be Nia Jax. She was the heel. And I could always appreciate that. One thing I used to love about Wendy, she used to always be like, you may see me one day, you may be like, that damn Wendy Williams, I can't stand her. Turn the TV off. But eventually, you get bored, you clicking through channels and you're like, what that Wendy Williams talking about? And then you get invested, and I've always modeled my channel after that. You may be like, that dang unpopular party, that Malik Taylor, I'm sick of him. But then I may post an interesting video in your back. It's all in the name of good kicking. And no bets was off with Wendy. You know, Nicki Minaj, you know I love me some Nicki Minaj, but one day I could appreciate it was two strong, confident, secure women going back and forth. Wendy will talk about Nicki Minaj and her husband every segment.
We did not have enough time to get to Nicki Minaj's brother. But let me tell you something, Nicki. That's gonna be my first story tomorrow, and I'm gonna lead with this. You should have never married him. Because now you've ruined everything about what your brand could be. Again, because there's only one thing worse than touching children and pulling knives, and that's murder. By the way, he did go to jail for manslaughter. Oh, I think I just did the story.
And Nicki Minaj will talk about Wendy Williams on Queen Radio. What Nicki said? It's manslaughter. What is manslaughter?
She fucking stuttering John. Talk about, is it manslaughter? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does manslaughter? Does it mean that you actually killed somebody? Does it mean that you Bitch, where was you at when Kevin had his dick knee deep in that bitch punani?
Guess what I did? I sat back and watched two figures go at it. You know, they don't need my opinion. They good. I think Wendy Williams do need to be out of this convert conversation that she is in. I don't think she should be pushed back on TV just yet. I don't think she should be pushed back to the purple chair. Just imagine if you're locked up in a castle. You don't even have an iPad or a phone to distract you. You're around all these other people who just already have a half negative view on life, and they're just like, oh, woe is me, da, da, da. And all you want to do is just see your family. Just imagine yourself in that type of predicament. Sometimes people be in a better high spirits once they just get out of their predicament, once they just get around their family, once they get around loved ones. And one thing Wendy was talking about, how she just want to see her dad for his birthday. For his birthday and give him a gift. Like, I feel like the conversation should be pushed about free Wendy Williams from whatever the situation is, because it seems like she's in better spirits than what the internet is trying to make it seem. Wendy Williams needs to be safe, and she needs to be out of this thingy. And I just want to come on here and just put my thoughts on Wendy Williams because I miss her. Yeah, and I care about her. Yeah, Suzanne. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, that's all I have for this YouTube video today. It was just gonna be short and quick. More videos are coming out, but like I said, I'm moving. The house is a mess. February-ish is when more videos should try to come. But I'm finna go because the food I spent $20 on that I'm not even hungry for just arrived. And I just want to say this: free Wendy Williams. Free Wendy Williams. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.